Good day. It's Goddess Kring. It is me with the ukulele. The naked lady now has a ukulele. The naked lady, known as Goddess Kring, Shannon Kringen, is learning to play the ukulele. It is February 11th, 2025, and that ain't no jive. So, good thing I'm not a perfectionist. Okay. These are the chords that I maybe know. Okay. So this is a right-handed, I'm left-handed. This is a right-handed ukulele that I'm borrowing from my friend that I'm playing upside down, not restrung. So it's strung for a right-handed person and I'm playing it left-handed. So I play it upside down and I just do the opposite finger positions from what the YouTube videos are telling me. Because I'm not seeing a lot of I would have to find a left-handed person playing a right-handed ukulele upside down to copy their fingers exactly. So what I'm doing is mirroring the opposite finger position. So, right. Looks like oh no, no, the opposite. See that? Took piano lessons from age 9 to 11 when I was a little kid, off and on. But because of the chaoticness of my childhood, it started and stopped and started and stopped, and it was extremely stressful and hard for me to keep up with it. So now I want to get back into music at the ripe old age of 56. So I'm starting with the ukulele, borrowing from my friend. But really, what I want to do is learn the acoustic guitar. And I don't know if I'm going to get a steel string acoustic guitar or a nylon string acoustic guitar. I have guitar player friends. One a friend of mine is in the Mod Man, the band, the rock and roll cover band that's really good called Mod Men. And he is a good friend of mine that I've known for 12 years or something like that. And he's a really good guitar player. So he's giving me all kinds of tips on the pros and cons of classical acoustic guitars versus regular acoustic guitars. I don't know what you call the non-classical kind, but the frets are different spaces apart. It's easier and harder. I am left-handed. I have some left-handed friends that play guitar right-handed. Um, when I go like this and I pretend to strum, it feels wrong. It feels totally. The only thing I'm left-handed. I'm a little ambidextrous, but the only thing that I do right-handed is play baseball, and my mouse on my computer I use with my right hand. For some reason, I started with my hand on the right. I do my mouse on the right, which is weird, but I write with my left hand, and I play tennis with my left hand. Cannot play tennis right-handed. But baseball, when I was a little kid, I learned how to play baseball right-handed. So I forgot what chords these are. I know that's a C chord. I know that's C, but I don't know the names of the other two chords. But those are the three chords I know. Apparently, the F chord requires me to do two fingers, and I'm not sure because I'm dyslexic and I have to do it upside down and backwards. Like Willy Wonka style, because I'm left-handed. I'm not sure how to do the F chord yet, but I know three chords on the ukulele. So this is the former naked lady. No, I'm still actually a figure model for people. So I'm still the naked figure model for artists who draw um, in my 50s, but I'm not dancing around naked on public access TV anymore because that's what Goddess Crane used to do. And I want to make music videos of the original music, the story of Goddess Crane, and several other songs that we have: UFO Camera, Outsmart the Gaslighters, Polarized Landscape, Cancel Culture Vulture, Virtue Signal Soldier. I've written lots of cool lyrics to songs that I really like. And I have my Kringonian Pizzazz poetry book by Shannon Kringen. And I am reminded that I need to just do my art and not worry if anybody likes it. It doesn't matter if anybody likes what I do. What matters is that I'm doing what I love and letting it go. I know a lot of people do like my art car. I feel very defensive. So I've had some difficult times lately in terms of my artwork and my music and trying to figure out how to do what I love and knowing that I'm not very popular and not very many people like what I do. And that's okay. I need to learn to love myself and do my art and let go of any end results and just do what I love. That's one of the things I appreciate about Bob Dylan is he's not really looking for other people to love him. Well, in the beginning, when he wanted to be successful as a folk musician, he did seem to have ambition. And then as soon as he became actually famous, then he acted like, I don't care. I don't care what they think. So it's kind of like, I do think that's a good attitude to be expressing from something within you that you love to do, not because you want other people to like you or not like you, or, not because you really care what other people think. Although, as an artist, obviously, if you're singing on stage, you're trying to give the audience something, you're expressing yourself. So you're obviously trying to give something to the audience and you need for them to appreciate it. But at the same time, I think that the best artists are the ones who do it from a place from within and not for external validation, because that is a dead end road. To seek external validation is a dead end, because then you lose yourself. You lose your sense of self. You lose, I like to say fragile sense of self, intangible desire for wealth, meaning I am extremely insecure. It's actually amazing that I've done anything. Like, I'm a good art model for other people. I am a good pet sitter for other people. I work with medical students. In my professional life, I have working relationships that are good. But in my artistic life, I'm extremely insecure and defensive. And I think it's amazing that I've created as much photos and videos as possible that I've made. And I did my public access show alone in my apartment. So that's what I'm thinking. Now I want to make music videos and start performing more live Goddess Kringen songs out in public. I've done three live shows with other musicians as Goddess Kring recently, and I appreciate it, but I feel very awkward and I feel very defensive and a bit insecure, and yet I'm up there doing it. So I'm just going to keep learning as I go. And what was I going to say? I want to make music videos, but I've never done a music video where I lip sync to my own song and then we dub it later, like we sync it up later. Because mostly when I say we, I've mostly done videos by myself. I've never, other than the documentary they made partly about me called Typecast Dragon. That was a 10-minute short documentary. You can look that up, Typecast Dragon. I think it's from 2012. Other people made that. Other people filmed me and they did all the technical stuff. I didn't do that, but mostly the videos I've done alone. And most of the photos of me are me doing self-portraits. Most of the time when other people photograph me, I don't look good because I'm shy and insecure and I don't look good. So it's kind of weird. And the most powerful photos are the ones I take of myself. For instance, on the wall behind me, those are all self-portraits. Usually, when other people photograph me, I do not look like in those photos, I look confident. And those are hand painted shoes and face paint that I did. And that's a painting. The top middle green one is a self-portrait photo, and then an abstract painting, um, printmaking that I did, my own abstract design. So that's all my art. And I'm most powerful when I work kind of by myself in that way. So I'm wondering if I could find some filmmakers, maybe I need to pay to find some videographer people who want to videotape Shannon Kringen, Goddess Kring, in her art car, Opal Moonstone. There's a song I wrote called The Story of Goddess Kring that Dave Flowers, Superflower from Interactive Jack Records Seattle, and I created. And it's been over a year and I still haven't made a music video other than just a still photo on my YouTube channel. There's a still photo of me with my art car, and then the audio, The Story of Goddess Kring. If you want to hear it, look it up. It's on this channel, my YouTube channel. Thanks for liking and subscribing. But I know that I'll probably never be that popular. So like and subscribe if you want, but I need to stop worrying about it. I've had my YouTube channel for 20 years, since 2005, and I have less than 3,000 subscribers. So that gives you an indication of how not popular I actually am. Let's just call a spade a spade. Um, I don't know if I'm just shadow banned or just unpopular or I'm just an avant-garde weirdo. I'm on the autism spectrum, blah blah blah. I don't know. I'm not young. I'm not dancing around all provocatively. I don't know. But I need to just keep doing my thing. It's 2025 and I'm starting to learn the ukulele. Tom Petty widens my jetty. That's my button. He's my spirit animal. Tom Petty is my spirit animal, my service musician. He helps reinforce when I say widen my jetty. It's partly a joke about how attracted I have a big crush on Tom Petty. I think he's one of the most handsome people that ever walked the face of the earth. Him and Christopher Walken are two of the most handsome men I could ever imagine. But what I was going to say was Tom Petty widens my jetty also means that he reinforces me. He's like like a jetty where surfers are. It's like Tom Petty symbolizes to me to believe in myself, to love myself. Don't let the naysayers get me down. Don't let anybody spray water on my candle, including myself, including my own dark side within myself. Don't let the Darth Vader in me take over and acknowledge I have a dark side, but keep going. So he symbolizes to me this kind of because he was a personification of that. Like his life was all about how much he loved music and creating it. And I just love he's just very inspirational to me even to this day. So he's kind of my spirit animal. Tom Petty widens my jetty, means multiple things, and it's my own personal symbol, shamanistic symbol. Tori Amos and Tom Petty are kind of my male and female spirit animal musicians, service musicians. Both of them remind me to trust myself and follow my heart and follow my intuition. So I would love to make music videos. Maybe it's too hard to lip sync to one of my own songs, drive around in my art car. I would love to have somebody film me driving around in my art car. This is the story of Goddess Kringen. If you don't know a story, listen in. And then she drove it here from another world and opals and pearls. And my art car is called Opal Moonstone. So I wrote a poem about it and there's a bunch of rhymes in it, and I would love to lip sync to it in a video and have somebody film me driving my art car Opal Moonstone around Seattle and make a music video out of it. So I might have to hire some people to do this, to find some people that want to film me in my art car and focus our energy on it. It's partly my own fault that I haven't done it because I need to focus. I'm a bit ADHD and I have 4 different jobs. I work with medical students, art students, pet sitter, dog walker. I do all of that, plus focus groups, plus other random things, plus I volunteer in nature. So I need to find the time, carve out the time to start with one music video. Like I did my public access TV show for 15 years every week. That's amazing that I did that. And I just did it once a week, 28 minutes every week. And if you think about doing that, it's like overwhelming, but I did it. So now I can just do one music video. If I can just do one, and we are going to, the drummer and keyboard player that I play with, we are going to make a live music video in a couple days and publish that and use that to help promote the Goddess Kring project and what we're doing live and get ourselves booked on stage. So that's one thing that I am doing with other people. And then the Goddess Kring music videos is probably a separate thing that I'm doing. That's pre-recorded music that we already did and it's finished in the recording studio, and then we are going to make music videos out of it. So there it is. So that's the update for now. So, and I'm going to look at acoustic guitars. I'm not sure. I was going to say I'm left-handed and I want to stay that way. I'm playing guitar left-handed. I play piano a little bit. There's a keyboard behind me that I play a little bit, but I mostly improvise on the piano. But I want to actually learn guitar chords and learn to play along with a Tom Petty or a Neil Young or a Bob Dylan song, whatever simple song I could find. Like folk rock is my favorite kind of music, I guess you could say, but I love all kinds of music. I love jazz, blues, country, twang. Um, uh, I love the movie Echo in the Canyon. I love the Southern California folk rock sound, but I also love other kinds of music. So, blues, country, folk, jazz, the whole spectrum. Didgeridoo music from Australia. I've heard some African music and Middle Eastern music that I appreciate. I appreciate music from all over the world, even though I mostly am tuned into English speaking pop rock, folk rock, Tom Petty, Bob Dylan, Neil Young, Tori Amos, PJ Harvey, Fiona Apple, Jewel. bits and pieces of Madonna that I appreciate. I mean, I like a lot of different music. Rafe Perlman, Jason Webley, um, Pete Droge, who's a local guy who lives on Vashon Island here. I love his folk rock, Americana folk rock music, whatever you want to call it. I love that music. I love that music. Rafe Perlman, another local person, and Jason Webley, two other, Jesse Sykes in The Sweet Hereafter. These are some local people that I appreciate. I also love Fleet Foxes. I love Cut Worms. I love Beck. I love Bjork. I love Jeff Beck and the other guy Beck. Uh, I like bits and pieces of the Beastie Boys, bits and pieces of Butthole Surfers, bits and pieces of the Beach Boys, Jacob Dylan, Bob Dylan, bits and pieces of course the Beatles and Tom Petty and the Traveling Wilburys and Roy Orbison and Elvis Presley and Tina Turner and James Brown and Prince and Jimi Hendrix and Creedence Clearwater Revival and all those old classic things that I'm saying, but also well, I appreciate some Billie Eilish. I appreciate some Taylor Swift. I'm trying to think of newer artists. I appreciate some younger people. Um, I'm not going to mention a bunch of pop famous people, pop names. What is that? Alana Del Rey. What is her name? She does some beautiful things. I love melody. My favorite thing about music is the lyrics and the melody. Rhythm is not as important to me, but I know rhythm is very important. Rhythm, melody, and lyrics are all very important. But my favorite thing about music is the melody and the lyrics. So I'm kind of a folk-oriented person, I guess you could say, storytelling, conforming, rebelling storytelling. There's a new song we're working on called Populist Pivot, but we're calling it Margarita slushies with the next door neighbors, populist pivot, now you got dividends, tripping on the block with the hot tar pavers, Margarita slushes with the next door neighbors. Populist pivot, now you got dividends. Southern drawl, Lena and tall, running down the velvet hall. These are some of my lyrics that I wrote. So that's in one of our new songs that's coming out soon. We're working on a second album. The first album is Kring Flower, Goddess Kring, produced by Superflower. And the second album, I think, is going to be called Amplified Chameleon, Getting Her Dreams On. Or Amplified Chameleon, Getting Her Dreams On. Body paint, dance, TV, romance. Authentic eruption of my soul, molten orange liquid glow. These are words that I wrote. So I write a lot of lyrics and poetry, and I'm publishing it in poetry books, and then we're producing it into music. So I'm really happy about that. So I want to make Goddess Kring music videos. That's the focus. So, and I'm going to look at guitars. I was going to say I have some left-handed friends who play right-handed guitar. They decided instead of getting a left-handed guitar or having a right-handed guitar strung upside down, that's one option you can do. You can get a guitar and string it upside down. You can get a left-handed guitar or a right-handed guitar or string it upside down, or you can be a left-handed person and learn how to play right-handed, but that feels wrong to me. Strumming this way feels wrong to me, so I'm not going to do it. So I'm looking at acoustic guitars, and I don't know if I'm going to get a steel string or a nylon string. I know that there's classical nylon string guitars, and then there's regular acoustic guitars. I don't know what you call that. It's not classical, but it's regular. The frets are different, the fret spacing or the spacing between the strings is different. So I don't, there's pros and cons to steel and nylon. And I know that once you get a guitar that's made for steel or nylon, I think you can put a nylon on a steel string, but you can't put steel strings on a nylon made guitar because it'll make the neck break or something. So I'm learning from my guitar friends, but some of them are left-handed and they just play right-handed guitar, but I don't want to. So I need to go out and get myself a left-handed acoustic guitar. And again, I don't know if it's going to be nylon or steel string. There's pros and cons, and I'm learning about that. I'm going to go to the music store and try some out and see and learn how to tune. I have to keep it in tune every single time I play it. My guitar player friend that's professional says you tune your guitar pretty much every time you play your guitar. You first tune it and then you play it because then it will always sound good and you need to learn to keep it in tune. I'm not used to that. I'm used to the keyboard, which is, keyboard is very symmetrical and the octaves up and down, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Whereas string instruments, I know ukulele is totally different than guitar. They're totally different in terms of what the notes are and how to tune them and play the chords and string them. So I want to learn. I want to learn. I want to learn. So I want to see if I can start because I write poems, like words pop into my head and I hear them in my head and I write them down. And I'm thinking I could be strumming my guitar and playing whatever my favorite chords are and humming and trying to see if I can get the words to form a melody, to form in the key of G, in the key of C, in the key of F, whatever it's called, to see if I can start writing songs in terms of, because right now I'm writing the lyrics and Dave Flowers is helping me turn it into music, and we have a certain method and it's really fun. But I want to see if I could have more input on the actual melodies and music. So I want to play. I want to also just for relaxation. I like strumming, the idea of strumming guitar and tuning my guitar and just kind of getting my alpha brain waves and sort of a meditative process. Music is, I listen to music every day, whether it's my music in my car. I listen to the Goddess Kring Flower music because I'm memorizing my own lyrics every day because I write them, but I don't always have them memorized. So I have to listen back to what I recorded to memorize it and learn it, basically. But I also listen to lots of Tori Amos and Tom Petty, and Bob Dylan and Neil Young and Dire Straits and Roy Orbison and things like that. So yeah, whatever. So yeah, there it is. So have a good day, everyone. One of the So music, I want to get more into music. So literally. So and thank you, Amanda Palmer, for writing the song Ukulele Anthem. Because three of my friends, when I told them I want to play ukulele, they're like, I don't want to play ukulele. That's not a serious instrument. You need to play guitar. And it's like, I am gonna play guitar, but I'm borrowing this ukulele from my friend because I want to just fiddle around with a string instrument and see what it sounds like. And also George Harrison, Tom Petty said that George Harrison used to have ukuleles in his trunk of his car all the time, and he would just literally show up at friends' houses and just hand out ukuleles to people and have like a ukulele party and teach people how to play chords on the ukulele. And it was just a fun thing to just keep fun alive in music and not have to be a serious musician. You can also just goof around with the ukulele and have fun with it. And what was it that Eddie Vedder I also love Eddie Vedder's voice. I actually like what he's done solo more than what he's done with Pearl Jam, but I appreciate Pearl Jam. That's an amazing band. But I appreciate, and he lives here in West Seattle, but I appreciate that he did a ukulele solo album where he played ukulele and they were beautiful, beautiful songs. And the soundtrack to that movie, Into the Wild, that's one of my favorite Eddie Vedder solo projects, Into the Wild soundtrack, the movie. Beautiful, beautiful songs, beautiful melodies. So ukulele. So thank you, Amanda Palmer, for writing Ukulele Anthem, because I think she got like made fun of for playing ukulele, and it's like, hey man. So to the point where she wrote a song called Ukulele Anthem. It's a really funny song, and thank you, Amanda Palmer, for writing that song. And um, Amanda Palmer is not really my favorite musician, but I really love her attitude. And when she collaborates with Jason Webley, I especially love it. He's a local guy here in Seattle, but that I've been following for over 20 years. But gosh, more than that, since 1998, I think. I saw Jason Webley perform at Folklife Festival here in Seattle in 1998, and I've been appreciating Jason Webley's music ever since. So, Amanda Palmer works with Jason Webley, who, never mind, there's a whole Tori Amos connection with that as well, this weird synchronicity with that, but never mind. So, music, I want to get more into music. And instead of being a left-handed person that learns how to play guitar right-handed, because every guitar is right-handed and it's easier, you can just borrow your friend's guitar and just play any guitar. No, I'm going to get a left-handed guitar and play it and learn how to play it. And then maybe if I get good enough at playing a left-handed guitar, then maybe I could pick up somebody's right-handed guitar and just play it, or I could actually just play it upside down. I could take a right-handed guitar strung for a right-handed person and just play it as a left-handed person. And if I know the chords, all I have to do is just, isn't that what Jimi Hendrix did? You just put your fingers in the opposite position. You know, you learn how to play an E chord upside down, basically. So you just learn the finger positions. I mean, all you really have to do is learn the finger positions, but I am going to get a left-handed guitar strung for left-handed people, and learn to play that way. And then if I learn the chords enough, I could probably just play a right-handed guitar upside down if I'm borrowing a friend's guitar or at a friend's house playing in recording studios or whatever. But better if I just had my own guitar. That's my thought right now on that. Any guitar players listening to this, feel free to tell me what you think. Bye for now. But ultimately, we all have to do what feels right to us and follow our own intuition and heart and soul. Do what you love, create your own ripple effect. Bye for now.